Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about two fragrances, and these are new fragrances that just came out, and I have to tell you I wasn't impressed by either of them. So we're going to be talking about Emerald Diamond, Crystal Emerald by Versace, and also Chloe Le Parfum, which is the latest addition to the Chloe line, the roses fragrance. So we're gonna start with the Crystal Emerald, and I have to tell you, the bottle is absolutely stunning. When I saw the bottle, I was like, oh, it's gonna be green fragrance or maybe a bit of marine fragrance, because the color of the bottle is it's kind of teal colored. It's absolutely stunning, very, very beautiful. So the notes are bergamot, peach, pink pepper, sorbet, rosebud, raspberry, jasmine. We have white musk, tonka bean, and even incense. The problem, and I do have it here, the problem with this fragrance, in my opinion, is that, well, I don't have an official sample. It's just the sample that they gave me in the store. So anyway, the problem with this fragrance, in my opinion, is that, well, my expectations were quite high, because it's been a while since they've released a new addition to this line. But other than that, judging by only by the notes, I thought it is gonna be like fruity and sparkling, and something really, really fresh and beautiful, like zesty, citrusy, which is also fine with this green color. But instead of that, the opening is quite sharp, in my opinion. It's kind of sharp and citrusy, but I do appreciate a little bit of this sharpness in citruses. I do love it. But then all of a sudden, like in 5 minutes, this fragrance turns completely. It becomes soapy. And I was kind of stunned. I was stunned by how many people said the same thing. Because I went to Fragrantica, I wanted to read what people say about this fragrance. They all said approximately the same thing as I think. It turns shampooy. It turns like body lotiony shampooy, kind of very rich and like luxurious and expensive, like the body care product. So it's kind of this mix between the body lotion and also the shampoo, or rather, you come out of the shower and then you slather yourself with very, very beautiful and luxurious and very rich body cream. This is the scent that I get, which is, in my opinion, well, according to the notes, it shouldn't have been that. Maybe, I don't know, but in my opinion, it should have been something else. But to my nose, it translates exactly like that. So the opening is sharp, and like it's very energetic, and it kind of sets you to the mood, like, oh, it's gonna be an energetic and green and sparkling fragrance. But then bam, and you're just getting this body lotion. Well, very nice, very, very beautiful body lotion, but it's still a body lotion scent, like a soapy and body lotion all together. So it's kind of the mix of the scents when you come out from the shower and you have this on your hair, on your skin, something like that. So I can't say that I hate this fragrance. I don't. I don't hate this fragrance. It's just that I'm not impressed with this fragrance. I thought that it could have been better. It could have been more interesting, because what it lacks, it lacks something, in my opinion. It's just not a fragrance that I would spend my money on. And in general, I do love this line. I do own two fragrances from the line. I don't like the yellow one because it has mimosa, and mimosa translates a bit dusty on me, so I don't have that. And I also don't have this more intense version of the original pink crystal. I mean, is it absolute, something like that? So I don't have it because I don't really like it all that much as the original one. So anyway, this is a line that I actually like, but this one is, it leaves me like meh. I mean, part of me wants this in my collection because the bottle is absolutely stunning, but part of me, the more rational part of me, says that you don't really need it. You don't really need it. So anyway, so this is the scent, and it's, yeah, not a miss, but also not a hit for me. And the second fragrance in this video is Chloe Le Parfum, and I know it's very easy to get lost in all this Le Parfum, Eau de Parfum, Absolute, all this, and the only way, this is what I suggest, the only way to tell them apart is by looking at the bow, especially by looking at the bow color, in particular, because it seems like red, right? But it's not just red, it's like it's deeper red, because they do have some red bows as well, so there's some shades of reds. Anyway, by the bow you can kind of tell more or less what fragrance is in front of you. So we have the notes of orange blossom, rose, vanilla, and tonka, and I do have it on my hand here. And you know what, I have to start with the fact that I don't like roses. If you have been following me some time, you know that. So I don't like roses, but I always try to be objective when I review the fragrances. Actually, I actually do have one Chloe, I think it's original one. It's original one, it's the first one. And I do have 20 ml of it. I use it maybe once, so it's more than enough for me. So it's pretty fragrance. But this one, it opens with, again, with this kind of sharpness of orange blossom, because orange blossom is very not sweet fragrance. It's very kind of orange, but there's no sweetness to it, and it comes across as sharp fragrance. And then we have rose and a lot of sweetness. So the opening is quite sharp, and then we have a rose, sweetened rose. So this is essentially what I get. The opening goes away in like a matter of 15 minutes maybe, and then we are left with kind of pretty nice sweetened rose. It's not overly sweet. It's not as sweet as if it would be rose with, I don't know, with honey or with some blackcurrant jam or some essence. Nothing like that. It's just the sweetened rose, which is actually pretty. My question is, why do we need this fragrance? Because I mean, the line is essentially about roses, and there's so many roses, in nature, and they try to differentiate these fragrances. In my opinion, when we add the fragrance to the line, it should be better, or it should be more interesting, or it should be something different from what we had before. So there's the addition to the line. But this one is it almost seems to me like they have, well, we have to release something. Here we go. This is a very generic fragrance. It's like a sweetened rose. There's tons of fragrances like that, but if you are a die-hard fan of this brand, of this line, then probably you should get it. You should get your nose to this fragrance and see if you like it, because it's not a bad fragrance. I'm not hating on it, but I mean, there's no oomph to it. There's no it's not different from other fragrances. It's not better than other fragrances in this line. The longevity is quite good, I have to say. I didn't notice anything like in particular. It didn't last on me like 2 hours. It lasted like 4 to 5 hours, which is fine. And by the way, the Emerald one, the Versace one, it has also a pretty decent lasting power, which is kind of strange for this kind of a shampooy body care fragrance. But we had a kind of good 5 hour of stay on my skin. So anyway, I again, I'm not opposed to this fragrance, but it's nothing in this fragrance that my nose would say, oh my gosh, this is a nice fragrance. Just a generic sweetened rose, nothing special, really nothing like. But if you are searching for a new fragrance, something that just came out, and you love these rosy fragrances, that's probably gonna be for you. Just get your nose on it and test it for yourself. Just don't expect anything like wow, because it isn't wow, but it's not bad actually. Yeah, so this is the video for these two fragrances. I wish you a beautiful day, beautiful Friday, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye.